So for those of you that don't know me, I am Elena. My name is Elena, and I'm the founder of Kick Consulting. And today we'll be talking about automating accounting firms or tech solutions for accounting firms. So quick agenda, we'll talk about housekeeping, the boring things, and who is Kick and why are we all here and what is the burning pains and needs and problems. How have we solved it for our clients and the clients that have contributed to the solution? And I'll show you a quick demo of what that looks like. So the usual housekeeping for every single webinar you've been to, I'm sure, is add your questions to the chat. We'll answer them as we go, and then once we haven't had time, we'll try to answer at the end or send you an email with an answer. Please mute yourself so we don't have any screaming children, and off we go. I felt like a air hostess blurring out the safety instructions there. So who is Kick Consulting? We are a automation specialist, automation consulting group located in Australia. I try to be cheeky here, put a QR code if you want to scan it and have a little read about our client case studies and all the wonderful things people talk about us. Here, there it is. So as I said, we're automation specialists, automation consulting group. We do specialize in Monday.com and we're their Australian partner. What we love to do is making life easy for our clients, giving them time and taking away a lot of that manual data entry, a lot of spreadsheets and so on. One thing that sets us apart from the rest is client's best interest duty. And for the non-financial people here, you may have heard about Royal Commission into Financial Planning close to 10 years ago. Well, I was one of those unfortunate people that was managing a financial business, or a couple of them during that time. So I had to introduce all that legislation into businesses. Very tight, very painful, and hence I'm no longer in financial planning because it was just too painful. So that best interest duty has been ingrained in me, and I brought it to Kick. So every single staff member that you see, lovely staff members here, we do everything in client's best interest. So if you come to us and you say, I want this wonderful, nice, shiny thing, we have a think about it and say, actually, it's not in your best interest. I think something else might be better. Even if it's not as beneficial for us that you do this other thing, we will tell you to go and do something else, because neither me or any one of my staff want to feel like we haven't done the duty for you. It's important for us to have happy clients. So that's what makes us different from everyone else. That's enough about us. Let's talk about why we're here. What is the problem, the need, the pain? So in the last couple of years, we had multitudes as well. We had numerous of accounting practices that come to us. And all of them have at least 3 of those 5 things you see on the screen. The first one that they say, there's too many spreadsheets. Everyone has a spreadsheet, or 4 or 24. No one knows who's doing what. One person updates a spreadsheet, but that doesn't update anything else. Things crash, somebody writes over it, and it's just a disaster. So this multitude of spreadsheets often leads to lack of workload visibility or visibility in general. As a manager, you end up having absolutely no idea what is your staff doing, when are they doing it, who has capacity. Your staff member with 100 clients has capacity, but the one that has 25 doesn't. It doesn't make sense. So you as a manager end up running your department, your business, your team, or as a CEO, completely blindfolded, which is, imagine driving a car blindfolded. Not possible. Now, some of our unfortunate clients have came to us after they missed a lodgement deadline, after these 2 things happen. So they would have paid a very big fine and came to us and said, we need a system so this doesn't happen again. So hopefully it hasn't happened to you guys. Now, this is one foundational level of issues. Then we take it, so this is the very basics. We take it to the next level, which is for some reason the bottom level here. It's the management side of things. Unable to track your client budgets or staff KPIs. So you know that your staff should be doing $10,000 worth of work every month for your business to continue to operate. Do you know how much they're doing right now? Do you know how much is left? One of our clients that you see down the bottom, this is the firms that have actually contributed and worked with us actively to create and tailor this solution, they used to spend close to 40 hours a month trying to collate that information into the report, making sure. So it was a full-time job for someone almost trying to do these things. So seeing your staff KPIs, client budgets, making sure your business is running smoothly, and taking it to very high level, to the very top is having high-level overview of your business. How is your business performing? What are your fee projections? Who's going to pay when? What was it like for the last 12 months? Who's doing the most work? So if you bring all of this together, you start to wonder, how do businesses operate? And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of very successful businesses that don't have any system in place. They just have a lot of people doing a lot of manual work. So you can lean up and automate and give your business a kick the gear and start moving forward. We're a bit crude here. So what is the solution? The solution that we created is an automated and integrated one source of truth. So imagine a database / spreadsheet, something that talks to everywhere. So if somebody updates something on one place, on the client, on the service, it trickles through the whole system. So everyone can see it, everyone across it. No one's missing any information. You get live, real-time capacity tracking to see who's got what. You have deadline notifications. As a manager, you won't miss another deadline. You have visual budget tracking, KPI tracking. It's all very simple. There is no exporting, manipulating spreadsheets, pivot tables. It all just happens. And then you have a transparent system that as a founder, CEO, or a director, you can just look down and go, okay, I can see where we're at. I can see we're taking new clients in the next 3 months, and then we're going to have to hire because we're at capacity and so on. So that's the solution I'll show you. I know everyone is visual usually, at least I hear that the most frequent. This is the way the structure worked. And this is part of the reason why we chose Monday as our platform. First of all, it allows you to create a CRM, and some of you that don't use a CRM or use a different CRM, Monday can integrate with this. CRM will simply allow you to see your client from 360-degree view. So you can see all the services, all the fees, all the tasks, invoice, everything. Now, the most challenging part is often integrating one system with another. Here, they talk to each other. So whatever your sales or business development identified all gets passed on to your client services or director or your supporting staff. So everyone is looking at the same information. Changes in one place, it changes in another. So it's one source of truth. What it then does is it all rolls up to real-time dashboards. So whenever something changes in BAS or bookkeeping, it reflects up here straight away. So there's no exporting, importing, nothing, none of that. Okay. The other beauty of Monday is our whole business runs on Monday, and that's what a lot of our clients end up doing in the end, is they end up adding HR and onboarding. So when somebody applies for a role, you can then implement onboarding and do more of that. Get their resume, send paperwork to them. You can do your CPD point tracking. You can do so much in Monday that it can create just one platform that integrated with everything else. Talking about integrations, here are your most commonly used tools within accounting industry and finance industry. They all have one thing in common: they integrate with Monday. And that allows you to create one source of truth through integration. So this information can feed into Monday. So, imagine your staff having to go to each one of those systems consistently, jumping from one window to another. I don't know about you, but I have at least 50 windows open, and I would not want to be jumping through every single one of them. Imagine having one system where everything is there. You don't have to jump out. Through integration, Monday can give that to you. The other reason why we chose Monday is because of security. And by the way, this is not just the only integration. There's 250 plus integrations available with Monday. So almost anything you can think of will integrate with Monday. Let's talk about Monday's security and compliance. So Monday has your top accreditations, ISO everything else. Even doctors use Monday. So you can feel safe with your client data, especially right now when almost every day we get notification that someone got hacked and data has been leaked. I get so many calls from random strange people. I don't even know how many places my phone number is listed on now. So Monday allows you to authenticate in any way you want. It's all encrypted. You can have data stored in Australia. It's all very, very secure, and they use Amazon service, so you know it's all done well. And they have 24-hour support. And Anastasia, do you know how fast if something crashes, how fast they can restore it? Within a couple of hours by memory.
Yeah, it's a couple of hours. I can't remember. I'll see if
So if the world ends, internet's down, maybe not in that case, but if the world is ending, Monday can come back to life within a couple of hours, which is pretty incredible. Shall we see the solution? Hopefully that's a yes. I hope I've intrigued you guys enough. Let me just jump on another screen and I'll come in here. Alrighty. All right. So let's hide the bookmarks by. You really don't need to see that. So how many of you have seen Monday? We've got a couple of people on the call. How many of you know? Okay, that's a yes. I think Tap, you guys already use Monday by memory. Anastasia obviously knows it. For the ones that will be watching in the future, I'll give you a quick run through of what Monday looks like. So Monday, think of Monday it obviously looks very similar to a spreadsheet. You have your rows, your columns. This kind of looks like sheets. So Monday is like a spreadsheet that had a baby with a database with lots of integrations. So it operates like a spreadsheet, so you can connect one place to another and then update them. It also has a lot of automations. So let's talk about Monday structure. You can organize it really well through workspaces. Obviously, ours is very messy. Apologies. It's our sandbox demo environment. It has folders to make it tidy. And then it has boards, documents, if you would like to use them, which are very similar to Google Docs, and different views at the top, which I'll explain shortly. Here are your real-time dashboards that provide that visibility of what is happening in real time. So that's the way Monday's structured. Now, let me tell you a little bit about dashboards, and then we'll go into more of a deep dive, okay? This dashboard will show you see there's annual next 12 months and annual fees last 12 months. So as a manager, founder, CEO, director, you'll be sitting here going, okay, what is happening for the next 6 months? And you can see, depending how you charge fees, this can be all customized, you can see what's happening. And you go, oh, May is looking pretty low. What's going on there? You can very easily click into it, open May up, and see what are the tasks actually happening in May that you may be charging too low. $100 per payroll run may be too low. I don't know. Or too high. And you can see who's doing it and their due date. So you can see what are the actual activity, what is the activity happening during that month. You can exit the drill down and see the whole activity. Do the same for March and so on. So you can do easy drill down to see what's going on. You can then say, okay, actually monthly BAS, $100 for 4 hours of work. That's bargain. I'm going to change that. So you can either change it here. So I just open this up. This is the actual task card or item card. And the way we've set it up is you have the progress bar at the top, emails and activities here. So you can see all the activity that's going on with the client. And here are the fields. So you can say, okay, well, actually, it's going to cost $500. God, who does 1,000 for $100? Here you can put any updates and comments as well. That's one way to edit it. And you can see that now changed to $500. Or maybe you come in here and go, actually, no, it will be $400. Voila. So now that's done. As you can see, it all talks to each other. It's not like somebody updated a spreadsheet and it hasn't translated to anyone else. It is absolutely real time. So as we go down, you'll see that it shows you fees by the client. If you want to see what are your services, it can even calculate your profitability for you, and the staff members, who is bringing in the bacon essentially, and how many clients are they seeing. Here, I thought this is a pretty good one. It shows you what type of work are your customers doing, your staff are doing. So you can see I'm doing a lot of IASs, and Lockie is doing a lot of payroll. And SpongeBob is also doing lots of payroll. So there you go. You can see that it aligns that payroll is your most, I guess, revenue generating service. You can do the same thing for the last 12 months analysis. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll show you the flow of the CRM, which we'll cover very quickly because majority of it, I want to show you the client services process and how to automate your accounting process and the practice. Okay. So what we did here is you have a leads board. By the way, who here is using an accounting, a CRM for their practice or any customer relationship? No, that's okay. This is good. I'll teach you a thing or two. You'll be going, oh my God, where have I been? So we find a lot of teams tell us, oh, we don't need a CRM because we don't do any sales. That's up to you. If you do decide that you want to increase your business activities, CRM is vital. We had a client who improved their sales by 34% in 2 or 3 weeks after implementing the CRM, purely because they just had it all in front of them rather than just having it in their head. So it's pretty impressive. So here, what you could do is, like any good CRM, by the way, this is your navigation bar on the side. You have here the new leads. These are groups. So you have all the different leads in here that are coming in. Now, what we do is we suggest collecting the leads using a form through Monday. And it's really easy to create it. You simply add a view of the form and it automatically populates all the columns for you. So you don't actually have to do anything. Then the form can live on your website and people can complete it very easily. All right. I won't test this. We'll use one of the existing, here we go, Kick Test Company. So here, there's Elena. We will make it a new lead, non-qualified just yet. And I'm a company, and this is the things I want to do. Now, what we've included is that your first name and last name will automatically split. So it would be Nicholas Fox or Nicholas K. So if I was to fill in my full name, it will automatically split it for you. Now, I could be coming in here, opening this up and going, let's have a look at this. Who is this person? What are they doing? You know, what's happening? And maybe I know that they need an appointment in 2 days, but I'm actually away. So I'm going to say, hey, Anastasia, can you take this one, please? And tag Anastasia, because I either need to ask her or get some information or frankly for her to take this client. Did you guys see this change? It immediately told me Anastasia has seen this update. And voila, real life example. She says, yes, I can. So because Monday is so easy and they've tried to incorporate the way social media works, I can just like it to tell her that I've seen it and it's good with me, or I could do any other things that I want in here. So it allows easy and seamless communication between teams. You can do the same with files. So if I was to drop in a file, I'll just upload a Monday logo just for example, but you can do this with PDF. So the file is not there. I'll show you that a bit later. You can actually comment on the files and allocate tasks. So you can see how the review of certain documents are going. Okay. So here you can work through this item card. So you could change the status either here or up here or up here or even here. So in many different places, it's very easy. So let's say we've qualified this, and this is one of my new favorite additions to Monday CRM. What this allows you to do is it allows you to set certain fields as required fields. This, as you know, there's nothing more annoying when you have told somebody 40 times to make sure they fill out those fields and they still don't do it. So here, Monday will make sure that you don't miss a thing. So I'm putting +1 so we can send emails and it looks like an email address. If you don't know, whatever goes after plus in the emails, it doesn't count. So it will just use my normal email address in this case. So we'll save that. So now Elaine test becomes a qualified lead. It tells you that it's been moved to qualified. And if we go to sales pipeline, you will see that Kick Test Company has been created. I have been allocated as the owner, and you can see different services are getting pre-filled. We've used just the most frequently used frequencies and choices. Because of tax return, BAS, and PAYG, that it automatically selected it. Assume you want quarterly BAS, you can do that. No drama. So this is very easy. It will automatically attach my contact details in just a second. And again, you have the card in here so you can see what's happening. It's very easy. There's Anastasia, try to call, no answer, left a message. So you know what's happening amongst the whole team of what's going on. No, this is not old information. This happened literally minutes ago as Anastasia did it. So let's put here value. I'm going to, as you can see, 192. Let's put $15,000 value on this proposal, making it 207. Why I'm highlighting this is because I want to show you a real-time dashboard. So as you can see, it says that the forecasted revenue that's currently in there is 207, which is the number we've seen. This is another one of my favorites. It gives you a funnel and your conversion rate. So when you do decide that, okay, we're ready to ramp up, you can figure out where to add more information, more. Do you need more leads? Or is your conversion drops off really badly? So here I can see our conversion is really good from each stage. So I know we just need more leads. You can analyze your pipeline really well, see who's doing what and where, and so on. Okay, now let's close the pipeline. See, there's my contact that came through. Now let's say you need to send a proposal or do some extra following up. Send proposal, because usually people forget those things, or send documentation. I'll send intake questionnaire and assign it to Anastasia. I'm going to assign it to you because you're here, and set a date. And I could be doing this one on Friday. And close date is in 2 weeks. So here, Anastasia would have been notified. And if I am sitting here and working inside the deal, and I'm adding activities, I'm sending emails, I don't have to jump out anywhere. I can just scroll to the bottom and see all the action items that are assigned to it. So I can see that Anastasia is already working on the questioning. That's brilliant. It's all real life. Again, nothing. She changes one thing, I see it as well. Shows you who are the contacts. So maybe my husband will be a contact as well. So you can see the information's live. It's not spreadsheets. It's not flat. So let's win this one. And boom, again, it's saying, okay, I need your details. So Elena K. And payroll, none of these are completed. Why don't we do payroll? Yes, we'll do payroll. Make it easier as well. Beautiful. So what you will see now is immediately moves in one. You will see in the pipeline dashboard, the number has reduced because we won that deal. The actual revenue increased because we won that deal. And I present to you your list of active clients. So this is the clients that are your new clients that just got added and your active clients that you're working on, right? You probably would have a list of a couple of hundred. What you do here is, and you would only need to do this once for a client. You set it up once and the system continues working unless you need to remove or add a service. Then you just need to do a minor tweak, and it's all very easy and simple. No complications. So what you do, remember I told you about views? So what is a view within Monday? Let's take back to the spreadsheets. Imagine you filter a view, make it look pretty and nice and great, and then save it. Half an hour later, somebody comes in and changes everything. So you've lost it. With Monday, you have views. So as you can see, they all have different names. Some have stars to remind me to show you. But here, this board, so if we go to main table, this board has 79 columns. Imagine seeing all those columns. Oh my God, overwhelming. So here, what we've done is we've filtered them and hidden. You can see there's 55 hidden columns. So here, all you see are the columns you need to work on when you're setting up a new client. Makes it easier, right? You have to, it's none of this highlighting saying, oh, make sure you do this. All very clear. Then here is a view for you as a manager to see the progress of all the different tasks for different clients. Again, very easy. It's a great high level. Here is the next view. This shows all the services that your client client saying, I'm engaging with you. You can see this guy is really, well, actually, no, Wednesday is probably the best client, engaged in everything. So then you can go to just see the contact details or any other information. So it is all created to create simplicity. I spoke to someone a couple of years ago and he said, I just want to see what I need to do on the screen. I don't want to see anything else. The less, the more. And I agree with you, because if you're looking at all of this, you immediately go, oh my God, where do I need to look? So you may ask, why are these things highlighted and why each row or item highlighted in red? Well, this is called conditional formatting, as you can see. And it is currently formatted that it will highlight red if you have not filled out all the information needed. So it's telling you you need to do something. So why don't we set this up? So manager, I'm going to put myself, not to annoy Lachlan, who built this. Client ID, you don't have to have it, but I have it in here. Choose what platform the client uses. Again, this is actually quite useful to see analytics later. Again, it already pre-filled a lot of information for us. So you just need to go through and see, okay, payroll frequency is actually annual. And let's do work hour for 2 states. So here we go, PAYG, yep, wonderful. And what do we do now? We simply click a button. Now that we've set up a client, as you saw, it took less than a minute. I hit done, and this is where the magic starts to happen. What it does is, you can see there are 3 levels. So we have active clients board. By the way, here it is. Active client services, which will show you service per client, and the tasks. So this is essentially the hierarchy. Services. So your team will work on this level, on the actual doing of the tasks level. Your reporting will come from this level. For management, you will see the high level, the roll up, the summary, okay? Rather than having to filter through many tasks. And your staff won't have to do that either, because we've created a lot of wonderful views for them. So in the active clients board, we jump into services. And what was the name of our client? Kick Test Company 1. Sorry, there's a couple of clearly double ups. Maybe I could do Fox Enterprise. That's the one I was testing just before the call. So as you can see, Fox, I'm going to change my mind. Kick Test Company. So Kick Test Company here, C has several tasks. So the ones that have me are the ones that we just created. So you'll see that all the services have been created in here. So if we just put myself as a person, voila, now that filtered out. Has it? No, it hasn't. Filter. Reviewer is Elena. Oh, there we go. So that filtered things out. So now we're only seeing what we need to see today. So you can see there are ACT, work cover in New South Wales, there's tax returns. So there is one service, one item per each service. And what this shows you is, this is where you can either customize it per service or create an automation if you have consistency. So the way this works is, you set your next lodgement date, and based on the rules we've created, which we do have right in here, this is the rules that we use, and we all would get this. So you could see, okay, this is how many days ahead of time each task gets generated. So it's all very well calculated as well. Then what is the actual price? So how much do you charge per that service? How many hours do you, if you want, how many hours do you estimate the responsible and the reviewer will take, and how frequent it gets done? So what I will do to simplify this is, we're going to mark everything the same. Lodgement date will be 29th of March. Price will be $600, and it will take 10 hours and 10 hours. That's done. Again, you only have to do this once. Now that we've set it up, we can mark this as, not task, create task, and you will see as immediately the lodgement date changed to next year, because then as it comes next year, it will start to generate automations for the next 12 months. And you see the status is changing in front of you, because we have automations and integrations working in the background. what they're telling me is that the tasks have been created. Test company one. Not that many, which is good. So we don't overwhelm us. So you can see there are a lot of the tasks have been created and they're all in the future. You will see the actual start date for a task, the actual due date that we expect the person to complete the task by, and the lodgement of this, okay? Tells you how many hours and so on. Now, the way the automation works is when the start date arrives, you can change, the task will automatically change to ready to begin. So what it will do is it will move it into ready to begin group. Right now, it's very full. There's a lot of items there, as you can see. It moves through the different groups. When it needs to be reviewed, it's been lodged and so on. As a staff member, I don't have to come here and overwhelm myself. I can come into my view over here and just see what have I got on that needs to be done in the coming days, okay? I could say, actually, this particular task needs more information from the client, so we have set up automated email to send to the client. So it will automatically go out, it will appear down here to say, hey client, we need extra help. It will also update in here, there it is, you can see. When the client replies, it will upload all the information into an item. So we all, again, I can tag Anastasia. Do you need anything else? If you have multiple people on the item working on the client. So it all makes it very easy and transparent. Again, this board, because it has so much information, for you can only imagine the multitude, right? The number of clients with the number of services, number of tasks. That's why your staff will never have to look at it like this. It will immediately be allocated to them, the dates will be set, and you would look by what's upcoming for the week, the month. You can then, so what I'll show you now is you can look at different calendar views, so you can see when are the tasks due. You can see in a different Kanban view, as everyone loves Kanban. You can click into it and see all the information as per usual. What a lot of our clients absolutely love is this capacity. It's called a workload widget within Monday. And this is, it changed the way we work. It changed our clients' life. Absolutely. So what this does is it shows you can do weekly, monthly, daily if you want. We use daily in ours. You may be using weekly. So we have created a short-term and a long-term capacity planner for your team. So over here, you can see that I'm actually overloaded to 110% of my capacity, and same for next week. But Lockie isn't. Or maybe I could just move my tasks to the following week. So I can look at all these tasks and say, actually, I think this one should be assigned to Lachlan instead of me. Voila, look at that, teamwork, much better, right? Now next week, I'm overloaded, so I can just take one of the items and move it to the following week. And do the same for Lachlan. So this really allows you to manage your staff's work and see granular what's coming up and when. Now, this view, sorry, let me just scroll here. This view shows me a capacity for a long term to say, I'm working on a task for the next 2 weeks, and I have 20 clients with this particular task. This is what my capacity looks long term. So you can really see who's got what on their plate and who can take on new clients. Clearly SpongeBob can't, but everyone else can. This is a report that will become more useful as the time goes by. At the moment, it calculates what is the estimated hours you said will take the task to do versus actual hours that's been done. It will show you whether you're over or underestimating. Now, this workflow analysis is something we built specifically for this accounting solution. This is where you're going to start to look at how do we make our processes more efficient? How do we benchmark our KPIs? So as you can see, we tested a lot of bookkeeping tasks. So we have statistics for bookkeeping. So what this shows you, this graph, is how long each task spends in each stage. So as you can see, right now, it takes 10 days to go from ready to lodge and to lodge. So it takes 10 days to lodge something after it's already been ready to lodge. So question is, who's slacking off and why does it take so long? You can click on this and actually see what task did you have that affected this. You can then go and say, okay, but then it takes 8 days to work on it. Okay, that's not bad. It takes 2 days to get info. That's pretty good. So really, if you just can cut this one by half, imagine how much that would increase your capacity. You can do this for all the different types of tasks and break it down by people. Here it shows you how long does it take each staff member to complete the tasks. So you can see nobody does any work except for SpongeBob over here. How many tasks are sitting in each stage? You can see that there's 40 ready to begin and nobody's doing anything else. And this is a really good one that got implemented and was specifically requested by our clients who have had missed deadlines. So this widget shows the tasks that have been completed overdue this month. So I can open it up and it can show me that this has been lodged, but it's been lodged overdue. This one shows you what is currently still open that's overdue and hasn't been completed. So I can come in here and say, okay, SpongeBob has 5 things in there and it's under Elena for review. So really it's not SpongeBob's problem, it's Elena's problem. So I need to slap Elena on the hand. And same for Lockie. Well, Lockie here is slacking off himself. So you can really see where are the roadblocks, as well as are you going to have any issues with deadlines. So one of the last ones that I want to show you, the dashboards, this is one of the cases where we built this. This was one of the first dashboards we built, was the billing and the billing amounts or the client budgets. So setting the budgets for your team, saying this is what's the expected budget, this is what's the actual budget, how much you build. Allows you to set the benchmarks. And then here you can see how many hours you expected somebody to work versus how many hours they've completed. And here you can see that projects have close to 200 hours to do, and it's 13th of March. Doesn't seem like they might be able to get it done, but Lockie's completed all his hours. So it gives you really granular now. One of, I wouldn't say my favorites, but it seems like a lot of clients love this one, is a map view. It allows you to see on the Australia-wide scale where your client's located. So for example, I know that I'm going to Melbourne in April. I can see who's located in Melbourne, so we can go visit them. Or let's say you go into Northern Beaches or North Shore, here it is, or Eastern Suburbs. So you can really see who's located where and tailor the way you're doing your visits, okay? Let me bring my presentation back. We're almost at the end, guys. Thank you for surviving this, even though everyone's camera turned off. So I don't know whether everyone is still here or quietly, probably quietly having lunch. Oh, hello. Yes. Okay. We still have people. This is great. Okay. Quickly, what does this do for you guys? So the solution we build on Monday, because Monday has their own really wonderful support. Oh, thanks for everyone for coming back. Monday has wonderful support from their side, but also as a Monday partner, we can provide a lot of support as well, a lot of love and care. With that in mind, it gives you great onboarding, dedicated. So Anastasia would be your dedicated customer success manager. You would have your own project manager, implementation manager. You get a lot of perks, essentially 360-degree love and care from us and Monday, where we work with each other to help support you. We also do a lot of training sessions, both on Monday, on how to use Monday, and the solution training. We do them face-to-face if needed, if you are located within proximity. So like I'm going to Melbourne, I'll be visiting a lot of our Melbourne clients next month. So we try to tailor as much as possible to the client and provide as much support as we can. Again, just a reminder, we did build it with a lot of input from, and I want to thank those financial planning, accounting practices that helped us build it. They created a wonderful solution with us, and unfortunately, I didn't meant to have an interview with one of them to include it, and we didn't end up happening, didn't align. So one little surprise for all of you guys, what we've included in today is a free scoping session. If you have a system that you're using, a lot of systems are very similar. And with our expertise in automation, we can suggest some of the improvements we can do for you. So our little gift for you today is scan the QR code and provide us some feedback. Even if it's just thumbs up and thumbs down, that's still feedback. And you go into the draw to win a one-on-one scoping session with us where we can provide you some suggestions on how to improve your workflow. So that's that. I think that might be my last slide. Yes, that is. So thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone's jumping in today. If you would like to see more or ask any questions, again, submit the form. There is a space for the question and we can get back to you. It will give you an opportunity to also book in a call with us if you wish to. And I don't know if Anastasia put a link to schedule a call with us. You know, the calendar call. She'll pop that in a second. You're welcome to jump into my calendar and we can have a chat and see what we can help you with. And if you know any inefficient accounting practices, send them this way. We'll help them. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you joining me on this Thursday and have a wonderful rest of your lunch break and hope we'll chat soon. Bye.